What's going on? Zero to Chaos here, and it is 2023, but you know what doesn't stop? Final stage news. Neon Giants The Ascent felt like a futuristic Diablo or Path of Exile. For me, that was an instant selling point back in 2021. So, why did it take me until the end of 2022 to finally get my hands on this game? Well, the main reason, I didn't want to pay full price for it. And with the Xbox Game Pass, it finally was free, so I had to give it a try. Look, I'll try any game once, but it doesn't always mean that the game is a banger. My time with The Ascent was very mixed, and in this video, I want to give you my final thoughts on this cyberpunk roller coaster. Let's get it started. The Ascent's top-down gameplay was the biggest selling point for me. I was instantly hooked. This gameplay put me right back to those sweet Diablo days. The graphics were amazing. The gameplay is great. The world that they created is beautiful. But with all of that, sadly, the story was just too slow. And I hate to say, even boring. Now note, I did not play the DLC for this game, so I don't really know if that picks up the story a little bit better. But for the main content, kind of a snooze fest. The beautiful world space that Neon Giants built for this game is held back by the story, in my opinion. I put hours into this game, and every time I had to do the main story, it just felt bland. The story cutscenes were amazing to look at though, but that was pretty much all that it had going for it. The shooting mechanics in this game were fresh, and I like that it did not take too long to get used to the covering system. I enjoyed the shootouts, and adding the dodging function will give you a little bit more to the gameplay. I have played many top-down RPGs in my life, and it's something about dodging that works every single time. And it's not a Souls-like because you add dodging to it or make the enemies hard. Let's just put that out there. This is not a top-down Souls-like. The leveling system, I felt, could have been done better. I love leveling up characters and becoming a straight beast, but most of the skills and weapons I tried with the levels just didn't work for me. The weapon types were good. Sadly, I felt the worst one was the melee weapons. They were underused, and at some points, pointless. There's too many enemies on the screen with guns and bombs, and trying to close the gap was a pain. Now note, I'm pretty sure there was a build that helped you close the gap, but just in general, no. Personally, I think maybe they didn't want to take away from the guns in the game, but the melee weapons just didn't feel right in this game. The best part of combat, straight up, was the superpowers. They made me feel like a straight boss. When you're surrounded by 12 plus enemies closing in on you at all sides, and you release a super blast wiping out half of them, it just feels so good. And speaking of the enemies, they were amazing. There are enough enemy types to keep each area of the game different and fresh. And like I mentioned earlier in the video, they will rush you, and they will kill you. The boss battles were crazy, and all over the place, and I loved that. Each boss encounter was a mini reality check for me when it came to my build. No boss felt impossible, but no boss felt the same. The aliens and other characters in this game look amazing, and the variety they give you is outstanding. The world space that they have built in space is massive, and it kind of gave me a little bit of a Mass Effect vibe. Just a little though, with all the different alien types and creatures and robots and all that. And that is one thing I will say that you have to check out with The Ascent. You have to check it out for yourself. All the different looking aliens, really good. In the end, The Ascent is a game that I was overall happy with. Yeah, the story could have been better, but honestly, that is the only thing that I can really complain about. If you want a top-down RPG that looks amazing, runs smooth, and has guns, this is the game for you. But I do recommend trying the game on the Game Pass first before investing into the full DLC that they have. But what do you think? Have you played The Ascent? Do you care enough to play it now? Let me know in the comments below, and please, while you're down there, like, share, and subscribe. We are growing every year. Let's start this year off right. Thank you guys. I'm Zero to Chaos, and this has been Final Stage News. I'll catch you later.